I'm Brittany Haas. I am your host for these Fun Fabric Friday videos. These videos are going to be about all the fabulous fabrics, featured fabrics, and our favorite fabrics that hit the website this week and over the past couple of weeks. For those who are watching this video with us live from the Mood U site, please wait till the end of the video. I will be giving you a 10% off coupon for all of the fashion fabrics except for those that start with PV, and that will end on Sunday night. For those who are not watching with us live through Mood U on any other outlets such as YouTube, if you would like to join us for the webinars, please register right here. We will be hosting the webinars every Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and registration is free. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe, like, and or share our channel. We post videos every week. There's also really cool interviews that are posted on this channel as well. And also, if you have any comments that you would like to leave below, if you have any questions about the fabrics, please leave them. We'd be happy to answer, and we also appreciate your feedback. So let's get started, shall we? Our first fabric is 308936. It's a stretch ponte knit with a really awesome printed design on the face. And this is like kind of a typical sweater knit. It's not a jersey knit. It's got a lot of texture to it, and obviously you can see if you hold it up to me that it is sheer. It's also got a really cool diagonal abstract print to it. It is printed, so the back does not have the color. And it's got a lot of stretch in the weft. It's also got some stretch in the warp. This is a really slinky fabric. It does have texture to it, but it's soft enough that you'll be comfortable wearing it against the skin. And it drapes with such ease. It's really nice in the drape. You can really make any kind of dress, sweater, cardigan with this. You can even make looser pants that are lined with this. It's a really versatile fabric, so this is something you might want to add to your stash. It's definitely worthwhile. Our next fabric is 308942, and it comes in both this gray color and in a black coloration. Now this one is actually a cotton, silk, and lurex blend, so it's got a lot of different fibers in there. It's also textured, so it has this really neat texture to it. It's not quite a voile, definitely not a chiffon, but it is very interesting. It's light, it's flexible, it has no stretch, and it does involve some clear metallic yarns going through it. So that's very interesting. You'll see that in the close-up. It also has more of a billowy drape. The drape is easy, you can definitely work with it, but it does have more body than a chiffon or a georgette would. It is sheer, so I would recommend lining it, but you could make jackets with it, you can make tops with it, blouses, you can make dresses and skirts, but definitely I would recommend a lining as you can most definitely see through this fabric. Our next fabric is 308945, and this is a ruched mesh in a brown coloration. And it does have nice stretch in it in the weft. It does also have stretch in the warp. So four-way stretch is very optimal with this, but however, I normally wouldn't stretch it because of the really interesting detail in it, which you'll see better when I hold it against the mannequin. It's got a really interesting striped and ruched detail to it. So this is definitely something that maybe you want to line with a different color so you can really see that detail, or if you want to keep it sheer, that is a possible outlet. You could definitely wear like a bralette underneath it and really show this off in the summer seasons. It would also be really good for maxi dresses and maxi skirts. Any kind of cardigans would be great from this. I could see this being made in into the sleeves of a cardigan that you made from this. So this is a very fun option to use. Our next fabric is 308928, and it's also a mesh, and it's also striped. It has an awning stripe to it, a vertical awning stripe, so it's slimming. And it's got a nice amount of stretch in the weft, and a little bit of stretch in the warp, not as much as the other fabric had. It is a very pretty blue and white coloration. This kind of stripe is very in right now. And it is very sheer, so this would be great for any kind of cutouts, panel work, anything that's lined, maybe billowy skirts from this with just a slim pencil lining. That would be fine too. There's a lot of things you can do with this, but just make sure that you know that the stripe goes in this direction. I just wanted to put it on the mannequin like this so you could see the drape of it. Okay? Our next fabric is 308897, and this is a printed Ponte knit. And this fabric, it has a large scale jeweled print on it, which is very interesting and it's very dynamic. So making anything smaller than a maxi dress or a maxi skirt, you won't capture the full print in, but it still will keep your eye dancing across the garment. Now this fabric, being that it is a Ponte, it does have a nice amount of stretch in the weft, and it's also a heavy stretch. So when the stretch is harder to pull, but it has a lot of retention, that's when we call it a heavy stretch. And it's got very little to no stretch in the warp. Okay? So when you're using this fabric to make a garment, it's good for bodycon garments, but it can also be draped. It has a really nice drape to it. You can use it for maybe really long draped cardigans. You can use it for stretch pants. You can use it for shirts and dresses, bodycon skirts. It's very good for fitted garments, and it's thick, so it's going to keep you warm. It's a nice garment to use all year round. Our next fabric is 308901, and it is a wool coating fabric that's actually pre-lined. So here's the coating, and it has a really nice plaid pattern. It's black, white, and it has some gray in there as well. And the back is a very vibrant green. And also, so you know, the back is crinkled. It has a nice texture, but it's smooth, so it won't be scratchy against the skin. And this fabric has no stretch in it, and it has a very crisp and heavy drape. So this would be good for coating applications. Capes, coats, cloaks, that kind of thing is what you'll use this fabric for. And the pattern of it is really nice. Also, so you know, which is interesting, the front is actually knit and not woven, but since it is lined with a woven fabric, it doesn't have any stretch in it. The next fabric is 308900, and this one is a rayon printed jersey. And this fabric, it's like a matte jersey where it has that dry hand. It's very smooth and slinky, and it has a really interesting dynamic pattern as well. And we would call that abstract, but it has a geometric essence to it. It is translucent. You might be able to see me through it, but when you stretch it, you'll definitely see through it. But it does have a nice stretch in the weft, and the warp has a nice stretch as well. So this would be good for any type of fitted garment. And with the drape, this is something that will be very versatile. It has a very beautiful slinky drape to it. It's got a nice sheen as well. So you can wear this out at night, you can wear this during the daytime, you can wear this at work, you can use this for blouses, for skirts, for dresses, for cardigans. It's got a lot of uses for it. And it's just got a really nice hand. So this is something to look into. Our next fabric is 308924, And this one is an ivory and black sweater knit. And what's interesting about this fabric is that it's got this really detailed slub to it. It's got a textural essence. So this fabric's very unique in the way it is knit together. The gauge is looser in areas and tighter in others, which gives it that slubbed look. And here's what the back of it looks like. Being that it is a knit, it does have some stretch. This is the stretch in the weft. And in the warp, it doesn't have that much stretch. It would be really good for oversized sweaters, for pullover sweaters, for cardigans. It'd be great for t-shirts. This is a really soft fabric to use. If you did use it for any kind of dresses though, I would recommend lining it because it is somewhat translucent. Our next fabric is 308895. And this is another jersey knit with a really dynamic print on it. And the print is large. It's got a lot of neon tones in it, which is really fun. And it takes the eye to a whole different dimension. It's got a lot of personality to it and also has a lot of stretch in the weft. And I believe there is stretch in the warp as well. So this fabric will be also very good for any type of bodycon garment, and it drapes beautifully. The drape is very easy. It'd be great for any type of maxi dress, any type of skirt, shirts, blouses, cardigans, anything would really work from this fabric. And it drapes beautifully. So you could do either fitted garments or you could do draped garments from it. Our next fabric is 308916, and it is a gray denim. We don't have many color denims on the site, but this one is a really nice gray. So this is a denim you might want to look into, and it's got a really crisp drape to it. There's no stretch. Denims are all chambray fabrics that involve a twill weave. And normally they're either stiff and crisp or they're light, but this one is definitely a bottom weight denim. You would make most likely pants or jackets from it. Not so much shirts. It's too stiff to be a top weight. Our next fabric is 309004, and this one is an all over lame, which is an all over metallic fabric. And on the site, usually there's an asterisk on the E, but our site doesn't allow that, so it spells lame. But it is not lame in the slightest. It's got an awesome sheen to it. And it's crisp and draped, so it would be great for shirts, for jackets. It can also be made into crisper dresses or maybe even skirts. It's going to have a lot of body though, so this is definitely something you might want to pattern instead of drape into a garment. It would also be fun as like little inserts on different garments, maybe like the top band of a hat, or if you wanted to make a rose out of it and use that as an applique to sew onto a garment, that would be really cool as well. And there's just a slight bit of give in it just for wearing ease, but that's not going to be enough for tailored garments. Okay? Our next fabric is 308923, and it's a stretch denim from Theory. It's in a nice light navy color. So this is one of the lighter blues that we get in. A lot of times we don't have like really light baby blues. We might have a few, but this is a really nice light blue. And it's got a nice amount of give in the weft, which is good to see in a denim. It's great for doing anything that needs more tailoring applications, or if you wanted to do something that is fitted in certain areas. This is great for that. It's also good for wearing ease. And the drape of it is crisp, but it's light. It could be used for shirting applications. This one's light enough that it could be used for shirts as well as bottoms. It might be light enough to use as a bustier. And this is just a really pretty denim from Theory. Our next denim is 308921, and this is a Ralph Lauren denim. It's also black with ivory, yellowish filament yarns. So instead of having white going through the weft, there's a nice like ivory pale yellow color going through it, and it's very rustic. It's a very nice kind of rustic denim. Great for the grunge look. It also has a really stiff drape to it, so great for outerwear and bottom weight garments. You can definitely make a nice bootleg jean from this. Any kind of heavier jean would be good from this. Jackets would be great from this fabric, as the drape is stiffer. But definitely I recommend washing it to see if it softens up a little bit in the drape. Our next fabric is 308915, and it's another Ralph Lauren denim. It's black, and it has a little bit of give in it, just a little bit. So if you can see, it's got just a little bit of give just for wearing ease. And it's also got a really stiff drape. Now this one actually does have white yarns in the filament threads, so it's cleaner than the other one. It's not as rustic, but it is still a really nice black denim. And being that this drape is so stiff, I definitely would recommend jackets and bottoms from it. No top weight garments at all. Our next fabric is a reorderable fabric. It is 308612, and it is a one-sided brushed flannel. It also comes in green and black, red and black and blue and black, and this is the green and black option. And what it means by being brushed on one side is that only one side has the flannel effect, the other side does not. And this is the other side of it. It does have a buffalo check, which is really nice. You see that a lot on shirtings or just lounge casual wear. It's also great for lining jackets. And it's got a very easy drape to it, and it'll be great for the fall season. It can transition into winter very easily. It's a nice fabric for those types of seasons. Our next fabric is 308617. It's another reorderable, and this comes in this gray and black coloration. It comes in a blue and gray coloration, and it also comes in a green and gray coloration. And this side is a two-side brushed flannel. So both sides of it are brushed. It's very soft. It's a very soft cotton shirting fabric. And it's got a nice plaid. It's very, very loungy, very casual. It's a great looking shirting fabric. And great for fall again, good for transition from fall to winter. It's also great for lining maybe winter jackets as well. This is very good for those seasons. It can also bring you into spring. It's not too heavy to wear throughout the spring season. So this is a very good cotton fabric to use for those 3 seasons. Our next fabric is 308628, and it's got a shepherd's check on it. This one is blue and gray. It also comes in green and gray and black and gray. And this guy is only brushed on the one side. It is a flannel. And it's very, very soft. It's got a nice detailed check to it. So it's got a chevron pattern running through it, which is very nice to see. This also has a very easy drape. So shirts and blouses can both be made from this fabric itself. It'd be great for linings as well. You can also use it for skirts and maybe even shorts. It is very thin though. Our next fabric is 308623, and it's in a maroon and gray coloration. It also comes in a blue and gray coloration, and this has a nice tartan plaid to it. It's also a two-sided brushed flannel, so both sides are brushed, and it's very, very soft. The plaid on it is even throughout. It's very nice and light. So this is another great winter or fall shirting fabric. Great for lining jackets. Great for even maybe light blankets. That would be something to do with this kind of cotton flannel as well. Baby blankets, throws. It's got a nice pattern to it. So you can really do a lot of different things from this fabric. The next item number is 308614, and this is a one-sided brushed flannel. It's a tartan plaid, and it comes in this red and black coloration. It also comes in black and white and green and black. And it's got a really nice finish. It's very soft on one side, and it's just a very nice, simple plaid. Great for the fall, great for the winter, good for transitioning into the spring. And it's got this really rich coloration. And the drape is very easy. So this could really be used for either shirts, linings. It could even be used for maybe a dress shirt, a dress that is a button-down dress. There you go. There's a lot of different options for this. So it's a great fabric to look into. Our next product is 308635, and it is in this green, brown, and white coloration. We also have it in a red, brown, blue, and white coloration. And you'll see that on the website when you go to this product. It'll come up next to it in a small little square. So you can actually go to that product from this product. And this is a one-sided brushed flannel. And that means just one of the sides are brushed. And it's got a chevron pattern going throughout it as well. And it's just a really nice plaid with a great color. And this flannel can be used for just basic shirtings. It can be used for jacket linings, dresses. It can be used for skirts as well. I would recommend lining it if it is a skirt, or lining it with itself. It can also be used for crop tops. There's many different things you can use with this fabric. And it's simple, easy. It's a great material to use. Our next fabric is 308622, and it's in this kind of really nice Christmassy but not over the top decorative green, red, yellow, and white coloration. So it's not overbearingly Christmas, but it's very nice for the season. And it's also, it comes in a red, yellow, gray, and powder blue coloration as well. This is just a super soft cotton shirting. So it doesn't have that flanneled effect, but it feels like a flannel. It is just as soft. It is very, very nice to the touch. So I would definitely recommend ordering a swatch of this or this in the other coloration. The drape of this is extremely easy. It's very, very nice and workable. So this can either be draped or it can be patterned into a garment. Great for linings, dresses, shirts. Any of those types of fabrics would really be interesting. It's just very simple, great for the holidays. Our next fabric is 308638, and it is a plaid cotton flannel that is brushed on one side, and it comes in this purple, blue, orange, white, and black coloration. It also comes in a blue, green, white, and yellow coloration, and then it comes in a brown, orange, blue, and white coloration. And both this one and that brown one are really nice colors for the fall season. I definitely recommend ordering a swatch so you can see it in person. It's just very crisp and sharp, and it's got a really nice herringbone design going through it, so it's detailed and great for shirting applications or lining jackets. Being that it is a reorderable fabric, we do have bulk discounts on it, so if you were to order large quantities on this fabric or any other reorderable fabric, we can possibly give you a discount. And I would go to our wholesale page or call our customer service team and they'll be able to help you with that. Our next fabric is 308631. And it's in this red, white, and blue coloration, which is just your basic plaid coloration. It's very, very nice. And it also comes in a green, blue, and yellow coloration. And it's brushed on one side. It's very good for shirtings. So this is just your classic shirt. You would go to any type of store and this would be the shirt that you would get from there. And it would be of a superb quality. The quality of this is very good. It's got a nice drape. It's a little bit crisp. So shirtings would be very good for this. Dresses, jacket linings, skirts. It's got a nice array of possibilities. Our next fabric is 308628, and I want to talk about this alongside our other fabric 308626. I'm going to show them both to you, and now let's go over 308625. And this fabric, it's a regular peaching fabric, and it comes in this orange, yellow, and gray coloration. And what peaching is, it's a technique involving sanding down a fabric and then brushing it till it's very soft. So it's got this grainy look to it. It's very nice for the fall. This is your typical fall colored fabric. So this is a nice fabric to use for this season. And it drapes really easily. Great for handkerchiefs, great for shirts, dresses, jacket linings. This is a very nice, easy fabric to use. So that one, just to go over the number again, is 308625. The next one, which was 308626, this guy, this one is actually a checkered fabric. It's also got that regular peaching, so it is a fabric that was sanded down a bunch of times and then brushed so that it's very soft and grainy in texture. It's also got that yellow and orange coloration, which is great for the fall season. So this fabric, just like the other fabric that I just talked to you about, is very soft in the drape. It's great for jackets, shirts, and dresses as well. You can even maybe make it into a scarf. It would be very nice for a scarf. Our last new fabric for this webinar is 308627, and it comes in this blue, gray, and yellow coloration. It's also formed from regular peaching. So once again, regular peaching is when a fabric is sanded down a bunch of times and then brushed, so it has a very soft finish. And it's also made of a twill, so it's got a nice twill pattern to it along with the plaid. And the plaid is not regular, so it's not a tartan plaid, but it is a regular plaid that's offset a little bit, which is very interesting to look at. Great for winter or fall jackets, as well as fall jacket linings, shirts, dresses, skirts. It's got a lot of uses for it, maybe even scarves. And the drape of it's very easy, so this could be used for a lot of different things and used in a lot of different ways. Now I brought to you some of our new trims, and I wanted to show these to you because our metallic trims have been doing really well on the website. So I only brought a few, and the first two are 110446, and the other one is 110445. And I'm showing you both of these colors because this one is the gold, even though it's like a pale gold, and this one is their silver. And it also comes in a black coloration. So the pale gold is very light. They're also, we also have another type of gold that's more vibrant, and I'll show you that in a minute. And it has these really cool bubbles, and you'll see them better on the mannequin. So it's a very intricate pattern, and it's not like any of the other trims that we have where usually you'll see florals. This is very good for maybe finishing the edges of garments, adding a little detail to a hat or a purse. It's good for accessories, and it's just fun to add little accents to garments that we make. Our next one is 110433, and it comes in this gold and a white. And like I said, this is the more vibrant yellow gold that we have compared to that pale gold. And this one's actually three-dimensional. So these leaves, they actually are on top of the fabric, which is very cool, and they have finished edges. So this would be great for shoulder straps, for back accents, for purse accents, hat accents. You can finish seams or edges with them. This would be great for a large array of applications. And it's also very thick, so keep that in mind when you're using this. Our next fabric is 110429, and this trim comes in this black coloration and also comes in a silver and a gold coloration. And it's formed from a combination of spirals just going each and every way, interlooping together, and it's very interesting. It's very different than anything else we've seen. It's also metallic, so when you look up close, it is very shiny. It has shiny yarns through it. And it's thick, so great for shoulder straps, maybe necklines, hemlines, sleeve inserts, panel inserts. It'd also be great for adding little details on hats and purses and stuff like that. And it does have finished edges on the top and the bottom. Our last metallic lace is 110450, and I'm showing it to you in this white coloration, but it also comes in silver and in black. And this one's very interesting. It's formed from spiraling loops and kind of a looping rope design, which is very unique. We haven't had anything else like that before. And this, it's thinner than the other ones that I showed you, It'd be great for necklines, straps, inserts, hemlines. It's very unique and different. So it can also work on kind of antique looking garments as well. It's great for a little addition on hats. It's great for purse detailing. It's got a lot of applications for it. And it is metallic, so when you do look at it closely, it is shiny. Our next set of featured fabrics are fabrics that have been our best sellers on the website. So these are fabrics to look into, and definitely try to get a swatch or at least a few yards before they sell out. Our first one is 308045, and this is an abstract printed crepe de chine. Crepe de chine fabrics are fabrics that are similar to georgettes, but they have a shiny finish. This one is very different though, because normally the finish is on the front. The finish is actually on the back, so the back is very shiny. So this is a fabric where you would not have to line it per se. It is a little translucent, but it should be fine for blouses and maybe some draped scarves or jackets. The color of this fabric is really rich. It's got these deep green hues. This fabric also comes in a blue coloration. So if you do look on the product page for this item, the other one will be there. And I want to show you a close-up of the back as well, just so you can see that sheen. It's a very bright sheen. And if you have something that's deconstructed with the back showing through, that might be very nice just to see that sheen on the outside. Our next fabric is 307949, and this is a really interesting printed jersey knit. It's got a abstract, almost checked print on it, which is very cool. I would definitely recommend ordering a swatch of this. And being that it is a jersey, it does have a nice stretch in it. That's the weft, and the warp has just a little bit of give. And this jersey has a really fluid drape as well as a really fun print. So there's a lot of different things you can do with it. It's got a soft but kind of rougher hand. It's soft, but it catches on itself a little bit. So this would be good for dresses, for skirts. You can make really interesting blouses, maybe a one-sleeve blouse. You can make tops, t-shirts, tank tops. It has a wide array of opportunities for it. And being that the print is abstract, you can really put it in any which direction. Our next fabric is 307619, and this is a Liberty of London or Liberty Art Fabrics silk and cotton voile. It's very soft and it is sheer, and it's just really nice and draped. And this fabric actually comes with a little story. And what that was is that the print of this was actually digitally printed to retain the exact brushstrokes and the tiniest pencil marks within a watercolor painting of an ethereal meadow filled with an array of different types of flowers. And it's actually called the Irma print. So it has a nice little story to it. It's pretty, it's got an amazing hand. So this is definitely one of those fabrics that you would want to stash away just because of everything that went into it. Our next fabric is 307482. And this is a abstract plaid cotton print, and it's got this really bold color to it. And this fabric, it's crisp, it's really artsy, so maybe if you didn't want to make basic shirts, which would be great from this fabric, you can even make artist smocks, you can make aprons, you can make anything where you want to use it in an artsy field. Shirts would be great for it as well as maybe the lining of jackets. But it is crisper in drape, so it might be a little too crisp for that kind of application. Our next fabric is a Ponte knit. And this fabric is item number 306299. It is printed and it has an abstract plaid pattern, which is actually really pretty and dynamic. It's very different. So this has been a very good seller for us for many reasons. It's got a nice stretch in the weft, and it also has a nice stretch in the warp. Great for bodycon garments. Any kind of bodycon pant, skirt, jacket, dress, this would be great for that. Also, if you wanted crop tops, this would also be a great option. It's not terribly translucent, which is also very nice. But if you wanted to line it, you can line it with maybe a white spandex or a white jersey. It's got a nice heavy drape to it. So if you wanted to do something draped from this fabric, it can work, but it is on the heavier side. Stuff that isn't so draped might work out a little better, but it can be draped or patterned into any garment that you decide to make from it. Our next bestseller is one of my favorites, and it is 307014. And this one is our pleather fabric. And what pleather is, it's fake leather that's actually knit. So it's like that fabric that you would use as leggings or tight dresses, but it looks like leather, which is absolutely phenomenal. This one has been selling like crazy, so definitely order a swatch or put a stash aside with this fabric in it. It's got a nice stretch in the weft and a nice stretch in the warp as well. So it has a four-way stretch, which is really great to see in a knit fabric. It also has a really easy drape. So if you wanted to drape something from it, it can be done. It can make dresses, jackets. It would also make anything that's patterned, so that could be an option. But laying it flat and just using it as a skin-tight garment is definitely optimal with this fabric. Our last fabric for the day is FC19559. And this one's also a lame. This one's actually a brocade. So it's got primarily purple threads on the one side, but then it also has primarily gold threads on the other. So you can see both of the colors on either side, but one is more gold and one is more purple. And this would be great for a bunch of different applications, but just note that this is a bit sheer. It might come up translucent, but it can be seen through. It has a very crisp drape, so the drape of it would be a little crisper for maybe jackets, for very full dresses. It would be also great for skirts, but I would definitely put this into a dress form. I believe also on the product page there is a draping that I've done for this fabric, so you can actually see it draped into something. All right, guys. That's all the fabrics we have for today. I want to remind you that if you want to sign up for these webinars, you can watch them live by going to moodu.com and registering on the Fun Fabric Fridays webinar page. And we host them every Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And at the end, you'll get a 10% off coupon for fashion fabrics that ends over the weekend. If you are watching this on any other outlet, such as YouTube, please feel free to subscribe, like, and or share our page with all of your friends whom you think may be interested. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments or requests, please leave them below, because we definitely want to see those and see what you feel about these webinars. Well, I'm Brittany Haas, and have a great day, everybody.